type of shit.
Oh man, I actually love this beat. I love this beat. Sound like it look. We didn't even check to see if you was ready. We just said, fuck
let's
it.
do it.
Let's do it.
New Nipsey. This is Nipsey Hussle featuring Dom Kennedy. It's called Check Me Out. It's off the Crenshaw album.
Real West Coast shit.
Listen, that Crenshaw was cold to me. After Crenshaw came out, every time I came to Cali after Crenshaw, I went straight to Nipsey's store to get a t-shirt every time. Like low-key, I was like, you know what? I may not come on this side of Cali until I'm ready to leave again. So let me go grab this shirt.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean that's a fact. That's a fact. Cause listen, I never seen no good looking women on that side. Like, so I just
Bruh. Let me shut the fuck up.
No. I mean,
If you notice a theme to our podcast, we generally need good looking women in most stuff that we go to.
Pretty much.
Parties.
it helps
travel,
you function in all aspects of life.
church.
Makes you step your shit up.
Quinceañeras, you know.
Quinceañeras. If you could look over and just see a good looking woman, it's like just motivation. It's like
You're
Put your best foot forward.
You're more prone to get to work on time. You work with some decent looking women.
Baby.
Baby.
you know what? So we're gonna kick it off, right? If y'all know me, one thing you'll see, I tell people, that's my cousin. And I'm gonna tell you why I say this. So I have a cousin here as a guest. Is he my real cousin? No, he is not. But he is family. It's fact.
That's a fact.
Because listen, my godmother is one of the most important people in my life. So being as though my godmother is his aunt, that is family. That's a cousin.
That's correct.
That's a cousin.
Yeah,
So,
that cousin.
If you look up definition of cousin, it has
If y'all,
nothing to do with blood.
if y'all were out and he got into a fight, you would have to defend him. So y'all relate. That's the rule.
That's a fact.
It wouldn't even be. It wouldn't even. Yeah, it's just,
those are facts.
Those are
yeah,
facts.
because you can't go back and explain. Like you can't say,
yeah,
godmother, I watched this fight happen.
Yeah,
No,
because I'm not really
it's
related to him. Then like motherfuckers are slapping you. Like you can't say that. So y'all relate.
Right. And then my mother would be like, wait a minute, I don't understand. Like it would be a lot of questions that just not answered.
No games.
You know, it's no excuse. So yeah. So my cousin, his name is Matt Alexander. If you follow me on Twitter, you may see me at him quite often because we actually go back and forth because he went to Lane Tech.
This is him? Oh, man, fuck you, dude.
Get it out early.
What year you came
Get
out of
it out
Lane?
early.
It don't
07.
matter. Is it even, what year is good to come out of Lane Tech?
07.
He was done with my sister.
06.
He's done with
05.
Dang.
04. I
Yeah,
mean,
my
we can go
sister,
down.
my sister and them came out with 06.
You know,
Okay.
this is our,
That's what's
we
up.
haven't done this in a while, but this is our, you know, we usually just say, fuck you to all Lane Tech alumni who listen to this podcast. You know who you are. You can at me. Come see
Northside
me.
Coalition.
Yeah, Northside Coalition.
Man. Y'all,
Oh, yeah.
y'all all went to Whitney Young?
No,
Nah,
he
he went to
Curie.
Curie.
Curie, okay.
Yeah.
He
Well,
went
you
to
cool
Curie.
then.
Yeah, I'm cool.
It's just us. I'm just so comfortable with it right
You
now.
got lucky. Your uncle paid somebody for you to get in with me.
Who?
You talking about Mike? Oh, listen. Oh man. So,
But I'm gonna still always shout out Miss Kenner. I got to shout out Coach Branch. He was up there for a minute before he got fired, and that's family. That's family. That's family. It's Whitney Young, but it's family.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you just got to be like, all right, we just all got to accept each other and just band against the outsiders.
Not really.
Damn. See, you know what? I try to take this into a civil direction.
Don't mess with Whitney. But hey, it was a party every time we played y'all, though, for sure. It was a party.
He the only one that honor public league football, right? This is
him,
right?
Yeah.
That's because we actually went to state.
Again, nobody in the city talks about football though. Now we talked about
football team?
Huh?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. He wants to brag about that.
No.
Curie had football other than soccer?
Right.
First of
Y'all
all,
had soccer, that was it.
Who been kicking?
All Kerry had was a corn man.
Not
Don't you
too
do this.
fucking much.
Don't you do this.
Don't you do this.
Hey,
come on, man.
Who just
Dale
won?
Curie.
Curie just won City like 3 years in a row in football.
Now, we talking about basketball. We don't honor that.
Winning city in football is like being the tallest midget in
Listen
Chicago.
to me, bro. I don't
Nobody
know
cares.
about basketball from y'all era. I'm sorry. I'm 5 years younger than y'all.
Man, shut your ass up. You know what? Your disrespectful ass. I can't wait. You know, where Lil Dave at? Bring Lil Dave back up here. Let him mention Curie and basketball. Lil Dave ain't trying to hear shit you trying to say.
He gonna say, man, they hit one motherfucker, but we used to 50-piece they ass.
Right. Oh man, listen, not too much, man. So listen, it's a reason that Matt is here. It's a reason. So, a couple of things. One, he's a man of many talents. Actually, low key. So, one, Matt right now, I'm kind of jealous of him in this regard. I was watching a interview in the Breakfast Club with Tristan Walker, and who's the founder of Bevel. And if y'all know, Bevel is, through the roof, and it's a great quality product, right? Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, we're not at Combat Jack level where I could slip a Bevel advertisement right now and get a check for it. But yeah, so I actually use Bevel shit that I pay for. And I think what's dope about it, one thing that he mentioned, he said on there, like, he realized that he had to get to Silicon Valley. He said, I had to get there. And, he eventually got there. He's worked at, like, some dope-ass companies, like, in the early stages. Like, I think he said he was like, Foursquare's first employee. Yeah, like, there wasn't a founder and shit like
Twitter.
that.
Like,
yeah, he worked
20
at Twitter.
employees.
Right.
Oh, he early.
Yeah,
early,
so
early,
he was really in there early. So, right now, Matt is definitely at Silicon Valley. He's getting it in, definitely. And then, too, like, at first, he was in L.A., and y'all know my affinity for L.A. I love L.A. And
you be out there. You wouldn't hit me up either. You just be out there.
Man.
My aunt called me, Dion out here. I'm like, he ain't even hit me.
Because you know what?
He had Nipsey stores.
He's an only child. Like, we all used to this shit.
Yeah.
Well, Mike sat down finally.
Yeah.
Knees gave way. But,
because I say this. Oh, shit. LA was a place I always felt comfortable there, though. Like, so even like my first time there, I was like, yo, it feels comfortable. And I also was smart enough to know, like, you know what? It's comfortable over here, right? And then I was like, over there? Nah. But even though, like, I still, like, felt comfortable over there because I didn't do dumb shit. I don't think the first time I came, I brought nothing blue. I brought nothing red. I listened to enough rap. I had the rules down. Like,
yeah, all you got, they surprised you, though. I was, true story, I was hooping one day out in the valley, out in like North Hollywood somewhere. And this dude, I had my USC sweater on, but I had my White Sox fitted on.
Right.
And he was like, "Hey, you from Rolling 60s crib?" And I was like, "Nah, what you mean?" And he was like, "Your sweater and your hat, 60s crib, White Sox, 60s crib." I'm like, "Nah." He like, "University is 60s crib." Like, he pointed out my sweater. It said USC on it. I'm like, "Nah, I'm from Chicago, bro. I just went to USC." He like, "Nah, I'm from over there." And on his hands, he had tatted 60s crib. I thought you was from where I'm from. I'm like, "Nah, bro." We
pulled your license out like, in my Facebook page, blood.
Right. He didn't say, "Hey,
I'm from North Carolina."
I'm from North Carolina.
You want to show him this is my childhood home right here.
Right. I was so confused. He put it all together on me. I'm like, yeah, that wasn't in no songs I heard. Like,
right. See, you know what's crazy? It when you think about it, and you think about how much them dudes. So out of different dudes wore the Chicago fitted. You've seen Dre in it. Like I always kind of thought you seen Dre in it. You seen Dom in it. You seen a bunch of people. You like just stroking your chin. Like okay,
they
like,
ripped the White Sox hard over there.
Man, well I think so. Definitely L.A. Now you in Silicon Valley, and you. Okay, so we gonna get to another point that I thought was interesting. I seen you tweet, and also you working on some films. You work one film you worked on. The film won an Oscar actually.
Yeah.
20 Feet from Stardom.
Yep.
I have not seen that movie.
It's on Netflix somewhere.
It's on that. Oh, I'm popping. I got the Netflix shit. Yeah. Okay, 20 Feet from Stardom. That won an Oscar. It won a Grammy too.
Yeah, it won a Grammy. Okay.
What's that movie about? Or a documentary?
Yeah, it's funny how that came about. But the premise of the movie is a documentary about old Motown background singers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right. So we found as many as we could. Interviewed them all about their experience with Motown and the people they traveled with and toured with, and then we ended up getting some people that famous people that actually knew them that could vouch for what they were saying.
Oh wow!
And but from that era, there's so many classics that those background singers helped make, right? Mm-hmm. So it really did well with that audience,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Those are the most of the people that vote for Grammys and.
Right.
And Oscars, that's their age group, so It really played well. We went to Sundance, and it got bought for about $7 million over there, and then from there we got distribution, and it was out of there after that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? A funny story, I didn't even know that I had won an Oscar.
right.
Like, cause I'm an editor, so once I'm done with it, I just hand it off. It's a wrap, and it might take a couple years for it to come down the line. So true story, I had no idea it had went to Sundance, and I had no idea that it had won anything.
So how did you find out? Right. I'm curious now.
So the story goes, I'm with my ex-girlfriend, and I happened to just meet her on Melrose one day, and she like, me and my mom just got back from Utah. Now her mom used to back up sing for Tina Marie. Okay. Back in the day, so we used to go to Tina Marie shows, and Rick James and all of them was alive. I actually met Rick James. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he was like, "Yo, that's my goddaughter. Don't do nothing stupid." Of course, I did something stupid, and we broke up. But look, it's life. Yeah, it's life.
I would say Rick James understand it. If
anybody understands, it should be right. But so I met her. She's like, "Oh, come back to the house. My mom wanna say what's up to you." So I'm like, okay, I ain't seen her in a couple years. So we go to the crib. She says, her mom's like, "Yeah, we just got back from Utah." She starts describing the movie she's a part of, and she's like, "Yeah, it's background singers from Motown, and they put us all together, and blah blah blah." And it had been about 2 years since I touched the film,
right?
Because I just came in and laid the foundation down and then bounced, right?
Okay.
And so she's like, "Yeah, it sold for $7 million. We about to be distributed nationwide." And I'm like, "That shit sound familiar, G."
Right.
So she pull up the trailer. She like, "Yeah, this it right here." And I'm looking at the scenes. I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely edited this." Like, but it's no title when I'm editing, right? It's it's just like we just filmed a bunch of stuff, put it together. Right. Okay. So it's no working title, no nothing. Right. So I'm like, okay, so I do that, and then I'm gone for 2 years. They didn't already won awards and all kind of shit, and I'm like, wow, damn, did I get credit for this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody called me, but then we finally ran down the producers and the director. They like, "Yeah, no, we got you in here, don't worry." But if I had not met up with my ex-girlfriend that day, and I had not gone back to the that day, I might not have known that on my resume it should have said Oscar award winning editor. I might.
That's crazy. Fake, man.
Yeah, right. I got no email.
So when they do that, do you get a statue?
Nah. They give the statue to the production company. Okay, so it sits, in the offices.
Did you to make your own certificate on Word?
So Dion so what do I do with that?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So honor me, goddamn shit.
So but now fast forward, we in Silicon Valley because there's really nothing you could do with that title.
Right.
You get a couple films. We got some stuff coming out this year, but the film stuff is so. I mean, it's like one a year. Right. It keep you busy, right? So it's hard to pop off and get bread like that on a regular.
So I seen working on another film. Actually, I looked up. I got an email from you, and it's like the new film. Let me see. I got the name over here. Lost in America.
Right.
Now I looked at the trailer, and that's about a film about youth homelessness.
Right.
Man, tell us about that, because that trailer looks like deep. Look like I'm gonna cry watching that movie.
Oh man, we screened it at William Morris out in Beverly Hills, and everybody left just tears. Like, I'm like, yeah, we did a good job. We happy. We like, yeah, like, yeah, we finna get that award. You know what I'm saying? But my guy Rotimi Rainwater, he directed it, and he used to be homeless back in his day. Then he became a director, and his life kind of took off. But I was working with some guys who was producers on there on some other film stuff, and they like, yeah, you know, youth homelessness is real big in America, et cetera, et cetera. We need to do something about it. So they actually jumped in a car and just went city to city. They was in Chicago, San Francisco, Florida, New York, and they just started interviewing like people on the street, right? And so they found all these crazy stories, and then so they was like, we should go to DC and go talk to some lobbyists, go talk to some politicians to see what they doing about the problem, right? So they went and did that, and came back with kind of a rough draft of a movie, right? And so we like, well, how big do you want this to go? Right. And usually, if you want it to go big, you got to get some celebrities in there, right? So we then went back out, got J-Lo involved. They got Bon Jovi. We called Russell Simmons. He immediately jumped in, got involved, and now we just talked to Halle Berry and Rosario Dawson, so they're gonna be in the final cut of that, and I'm trying to be there for that interview. Listen. So I miss J-Lo. I was salty that I missed J-Lo.
I say go for the Rosario, because I feel like Rosario will give you some play. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like she
won't, G, but I'm gonna try anyway.
No, but I feel like Halle may not even like she'll be like, she wouldn't even know that she was in the room. Like Halle would just like walk around and only speak to like the person she knows in charge, and she would have like somebody else speaking to everybody. But I feel like Rosario at least speak to you, you know, shake your hand, give you a church hug, of course. Like, you know,
right.
But
I'm not out of it until she says no.
Yeah,
right.
She say no,
right.
Because I mean, hey, shoot the shot.
You got to shoot all the shots.
You got to shoot all the shots. Because I'm gonna say this, Rosario Dawson, bro. Like, she's made my Hall of Fame, my personal Hall of Fame. She's been there, and she in my Hall of Fame. I'm going.
Decades.
I'm going.
Decades.
Did she ever have a kid? I don't think she even got a kid.
I don't think so.
I'm not pulling out.
For what?
Okay. the no foreplay show.
I don't see no advantage to pulling out of that.
I know advantage.
I done left it in worse.
No advantage. Listen, okay, we're not here for
wall
that.
slide.
Not right now. Not right now. Okay, I think that sounds like it's gonna be a dope film. And looking at the trailer, because I actually know like a lot of girls local here who definitely have worked with organizations about youth homelessness, and they kind of educated me on it. They're like, yo, like, this is a big fucking deal. And I think in your mind, when you think of homeless, right, you don't necessarily think of that. You don't think of people in their youth. You don't think of kids. You don't, and it's like, even like I said, the trailer was emotional because you listening to reasons. You hear the girl telling the story about being raped, and I was like, and this is just a trailer, Jack. I was like, man, nah.
Yeah, it's not. These kids end up out there just the circumstances are crazy. It could be, you know, many different things. It usually comes back to the parents though.
Right.
Like, that's usually the main theme is like, if my parent wasn't like this, I wouldn't be like this. Yeah. Right. So the stories in there are just insane. Like, insane. So imagine editing that though. I'm at the crib like, I'm going through 17 hours of footage. I'm like, see, man.
That's next level. I feel like you know, even if you completely sober, you might need a line on the desk. Like,
you gotta go do something fun afterwards,
just to get through it.
Gotta do something fun.
Gotta go do something fun afterwards.
Let's go party.
Let's go have some fun. Just calling people, hey, you want to have some fun?
Right, man.
Try to do today.
You like. I just want to do something that's just extreme fun. Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So the Silicon Valley aspect. So Can you talk about what you do first? I gotta give that
Yeah.
eye. Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
keep that super under wraps, right? Everybody be like, we know you out there.
we know you out here.
What
we
are
know
you doing?
you be on pictures like in the mountains
do.
with this wolf.
Yeah,
And I be
my
looking
dog,
like
yeah.
right, you got the wolf, you got like the original Alaskan husky.
Yeah.
And I be like,
Be on our Game of Thrones.
right. You got a direwolf. You definitely do be looking in the pictures like if somebody messed with him with this wolf.
It's a wrap.
brand.
It's a wrap. I know it's there. I did that on purpose.
See, so tell us. Wait a minute. I gotta show and Fresh this wolf.
Come on, man, that's ridiculous.
Man,
That's
hell.
a real ass wolf, Joe. Like, come on, like.
All y'all pictures with him gotta be in black and white. Ain't no way going there. All them pictures gotta look vintage.
Wait, hold on.
See, yeah,
At
man.
any time.
And I was saying this one, he was still probably a puppy.
Hell no.
It's a girl. She's a puppy back then, though.
Oh, girl
But
too.
yeah, she don't no games.
Girls
Aggressive.
girls with
Yeah,
male
hell
owners.
yeah.
Listen,
Oh, no.
listen.
Girls are
Girl
most
dogs
species,
with
though.
male owners.
girls are most
God.
species.
You know what, Ant? Stop.
just
You stop
most-
right there, Jay.
All right, man. I'm just saying they just most.
I almost asked
aggressive.
Aiden to cut your mic off.
I did not agree with that.
Territorial.
Listen,
like to piss on their trees.
listen.
Hey.
Female dogs are not playing with a male owner, Jack.
It's not.
Mike, am I right?
It's
Am I
not
right? They're
happening.
not playing. You can't. But yeah,
I see it all the time. But yeah, but to Silicon Valley. So I do a couple things right now.
Okay.
First thing, I'm a sales rep, right?
Okay.
For a tech company. So that's the 9 to 5 or 9 to 9. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the
Okay.
phone never turns off.
Okay.
So I work for a financial tech company.
Okay.
So we selling directly to banks.
Okay.
So we create a software that helps expedite the mortgage loan process.
Oh,
so,
okay.
We go in, we like, hey, we got this software. And at this point, we got about 40% of the market, so we don't really introduce ourselves anymore.
Okay.
But, it's definitely to kind of automate all the old paperwork you used to get, that stack of paper when you go buy a crib. That's all online now. So, we giving them that, and also we going platform soon. So, kind of like we're going to allow people to develop on our software, create different extensions to whatever it is that we got going on, open up the APIs. And this is super tech talk at this point. But,
but I'm here with you. I'm like, I'm
coffee.
sitting here like, so now people can come in and make their customizations.
Exactly.
Now people are in there like,
Exactly.
they taking your software and making it their own. So yeah, it's okay.
Exactly.
Keep
so,
going.
Yeah, so
keep
we, so
going.
we
I'm with you.
the goal is to be a $1 billion company. Right now we at 500 million.
Okay.
And so, but it's a crazy time when you go platform, right? Because usually when you get to that point where you got over 1,000 employees and you're trying to figure out what to do next, because you done almost hit that wall.
Right.
Everybody go platform.
Right.
And that's usually what people bottom out at, because you don't know what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Right.
You don't know
Right.
what
It's
you're
hard.
doing. It's a whole new situation, and your leadership usually ain't ready for that.
Right.
Right. So we trying to make sure that we ready for that. We go on platform, I think, end of the year, early next year.
Okay.
So we just get all the ducks in a row. So the 9 to 9 is the sales rep job, right? So
Okay.
I'm on the phone with all these banks and brokers and all kind of, you know what I'm saying, just financial guys on that aspect. And aside of that, Silicon Valley, kind of like what you were saying with Tristan Walker, it's real big on diversity right now. If you've seen everything that's been happening with Uber, and, you know what I'm saying, just you could go down the list.
It's all about, and it's funny because being from outside, I always looking at everybody now is all about inclusion, because you look up and now everybody's like, where the black people at this company, where the black people at this company. And it's funny because since I've been looking, like I've been trying to open myself up to the idea of going, working in these different places. So you look at the site and you'll look at the staff, and some of these people be like, damn. And then you'll see the companies that are transparent, because when you go to their staff sites, they got them. But then the other companies that don't, they just got like pictures of their employees at work, and you could tell that the brothers was strategically placed.
Oh yeah, and they know it too,
Right.
but they pay you enough to shut up. And but when I got out there, it was definitely that was the status quo at my job, right? Like the average age was about 48, 49, because they hired from the banking industry, right? Because they need the people that been there,
Right.
to sell the product. Because if you don't talk that language, Jack, they're not hearing you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So usually in those instances, those people are, you know what I'm saying, older, white, you know, they come from a different world, right? But when you're trying to go platform and you're trying to, you know, when you're going from B2B to B2C companies, you know, or B2C consumers,
right?
You got to have a different lingo when you talking to them.
Right.
So I come in there and I'm now trying to show them like, hey, like social media is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, you got to think differently about how you marketing yourself.
Right.
You got to get some people that's younger in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you want different ideas, but you also need that younger eye, right? To call you out on some stuff like, hey, that don't make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now with my success in the company, we've been able to open up, you know, like an internship program where we hiring, you know what I'm saying, younger people coming in from different colleges. We got a program for new college graduates now. Like as soon as you graduate, come to us. We set you up, you know what I'm saying, with entry level position. But just to get more people that's, you know, of a younger age bracket in there to kind of balance out what's been happening for, you know, the past 20 years probably at the company, right? So and also to hire more diverse, right? So you run a couple of affinity groups, what they call them, kind of like how, you know, Black Student Union was back in school, you know what I'm saying? So I run one strictly for millennials though. Right. So we go out and we go to recruit, you know, we at Berkeley or San Jose State or, you know, wherever to kind of be like, hey, come mess with us. This is what we working on. Right. You know what I'm saying? And also to help educate the executives too, because this is a new world for them too. Right. I so yeah, so you know, we kind of merging the two together, and then that ties into the nonprofit that I help run as well.
Damn. Tell us about the nonprofit.
So the nonprofit is called the Springboard Initiative, and what happened was my CEO of the company that I work at now, he retired last year. After about 19, 20 years, he retired, and he said, I need to figure out what my next 10 years is going to look like. Right. And so he sat down. He said, "How can I help, you know, the youth in the Bay Area? Because what's happening in the Bay, it's like kind of how Chicago was when they tore down the projects, right? Like they just pushing everybody out, right? Because all the tech companies is coming in. They like, yeah, we need this hood, and they building homes on top of, you know, what was once the hood, right? Like so, you walking around East Oakland and you like, you're not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. Like you got people, white girls walking down, you know what I'm saying, Telegraph. You like, that was never a thing.
This was not real.
Yeah, that was never a thing. G. But you start to see it, and so he was like, I want to help these urban youth in these communities and see if we can help them get tech jobs, because the Black community is lacking. Like for all the money that's in Silicon Valley, for all the money that's, you know, I mean, you talking about trillions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? And it's not going to nowhere in them communities. Right. So he was like, let's start a program where we educate, you know what I'm saying, college age students, see if we can get like a 9-month course and get them at least up to speed to get an entry level job at a tech company. Right. So, cause you still at an entry level, you're going to make more than, you know, you're going to make over 50. Yeah. And if you don't got a degree, you know what I'm saying? So like that's a good look, and you can go, and from there it's up to you. You can figure it out, right? So you know, he started that. His wife took ill right after he started it. You know, she ended up getting cancer, and so for me, he brought me in to kind of work on the marketing stuff, do videos, et cetera, et cetera. But when he took a step back because he had to deal with that, I kind of stepped in and was like, okay, let me see how I can partner with these companies and see how I can at least just help. You know what I'm saying? So I started. That's probably when you saw me pushing online, when I started going to all of the tech crunches and all of the events that was going on. I started building my own brand in order to help his brand. You know what I'm saying? So
you just had to step up.
Had to step up, right? And there was nobody else to do it. So while he kind of sat down for a minute, I definitely was like, all right, let me run with this real quick.
I think what's crazy, that's something that I always push, because, you know, after being in you know, the tech industry 10 years ago when I had an internship, it kind of turned me on, like, to think about it in those aspects. And sometimes too, I have to kind of go back to that way of thinking, because I'll get caught up in the confinements of my job, right? And I'll be just thinking about my job and what I do on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes you forget like how big this shit can go. And sometimes, even on the real minute level, sometimes you forget how much money's out here. And I think that's kind of like, damn, a lot of us, we be working, we be getting our money, we be like, all right, I'm cool, and you forget that it's a motherfucker going to work making, this much in the same industry as you. And I think one thing I always kind of push to people, I damn near try to tell everybody, please come over to this IT world because the money is flowing. Like, the coffers are open. And I be like, yo, like, just do it. I'm like, because I don't want to see no more psychology degrees. I don't want to see no more, like, random just...
All liberal arts. No more liberal arts degrees.
We don't want no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
General studies.
Because
General studies degree.
Man, because at that point, I be like, man, like, you can go get over here, or even if you get one of those.
4 years of prereq.
Right.
You took 4 years of prereq class.
4
years of English 101 and business 1, 2, 3.
Sometimes you gonna take walking and jogging.
Boy, that's a college joke for real.
Man, because you can break over in this tech world, and it's not the hardest to do because the skills are still lacking. The skill, people always say the skills are still lacking. So I think that's a dope initiative to tell people, yo, you say you want to get to this money, and you want to tell people, listen, I have a way you can get to the money, and even more so, you can sustain once you get here. Right. Like, it's only going to get better. Right. So I think that's a dope initiative.
Yeah, it's talking to these, I don't want to call them kids, but they they're young, right, and they come from the hood and they understand certain lingo, right? And when you from Chicago, you speak that lingo well, right? Like, it don't matter right, where I've been at.
Oh yeah,
like, I'm rooted here, right? So when I go to the Bay, it's like same thing. They get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if y'all know, they know how to break down whatever you can break down.
Right.
They know how to break it down. Right. So I'm like, all right, well, look, take those skills, apply that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. We selling work. Right. We got work to sell. Let's like, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go to jail for it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you study this the way you studied how to maneuver in the streets, I promise you the outcome is crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm living proof of it. So you can, they come and you can see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for them, they starting to get it, but when you talk to them on a level that they understand, it really helps. And before, I know, you have people come through the hood, it might be the DARE program, whoever come through the hood, they don't represent the community though. Mm-hmm. Right. And so that's what I'm trying to be. When I go in the community, it's like I look like this. Right. Everybody come in with the suit. I come in just like this. Right. You know what I'm saying? T-shirt, fitted. I like the Nikes on. Let's talk. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "What you do again?" Like they think I'm one of them. Right. Like, you from over here? Nah. But I'm gonna show you how to not be over here no more.
Yeah. Nah, it's real, because even I used to always kind of psych myself out because I felt like, before I go to do a career day or go speak to some kids, you always feel like kind of young. You feel like, damn, there's shame. Like, I need to be at this level, that level. But then it's like, I remember once I did, and I'm looking at all of these random, parents that don't look like the kids, I'll say. And don't look like they came from the same background of the kids. And I'm sitting here like, nah, fam. Like, I went 1 year, and the next year I remember hitting up people like, nah, y'all got to come as well as me, because, like, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we out here.
Of course. It's actually an advantage, which is what I tell them, because, Silicon Valley is known to be just white, tech, nerd type, Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the status quo, right? But when you black, you understand that we run culture, right? Like, we get that. Like, it don't matter where we at. Like, they definitely trying to do what we are doing.
They want to be
They want to be cool, right? This is probably why Tristan Walker did so well out there, because they just see something that they want in him. Right. Exactly. So when you black and you come out there, it's actually an advantage. I know some people probably think it's a disadvantage, like, oh, they're not gonna hire me because I'm black or whatever. But once you get in there, you really can dictate the culture wherever you at, just by just being you. Right now, it's definitely some bumps in the road. Like, don't, it ain't it ain't always sweet. Right. Yeah, it ain't sweet. You will deal with some stuff. Right. But if you can stay focused on where you're trying to go, a lot of these companies will want to use you, like put you on what you were saying, like the
Right,
pictures,
yeah,
stock
they wanna
photos, or
put you
whatever,
on there, right.
and you can use that to your advantage as well, right? Because I knew what they was doing. They rolled me out to go talk to. I said, "Oh yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." But I take that. And I say, "Well, how can I build this brand for myself, though?" Right. So now I go talk to, I'm going to go talk at Berkeley next month, right? And it's called the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area. And they have people come down from Google or Uber, whoever, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
Facebook, but you represent the community and you talking to black men in there, black women in there that may not have had the same opportunities as you,
Right.
but they looking for a way out, right? And so I don't even go and I haven't mentioned where I work at yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's on that's on purpose though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can build a brand for yourself, and that brand will transcend, wherever you work at.
Right.
So you will always stay in work as
No,
long
very
as
true.
as long as they see you as an advocate for change and inclusion and diversity. So
Yeah.
you come in and you get back to the community, but the community will also take care of you as well.
Do you ever get mistaken for Kendrick Lamar?
Oh Lord.
Yeah. G.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I was
Every time
over here like,
It ain't-
damn.
I ain't been one place in the last 5 years where somebody ain't been like, are you? Nah. I'm like I got at least a couple inches on him. I know he's
Kung Fu Kenny.
I think what's interesting about what you said, like that part where we can take stuff and flip it is very real, right? And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and two, like you have to be aware of that, and I think it ties back to something from the episode last week, when you know that people are kind of put you in a position, I want to say, like, of disadvantage or put you in a box. It's not, you can't really take the woe is me approach. You know what I'm saying? Right. We have to be able to flip it and say, guess what? I know they put me in this box, but guess what? They put me in this box, but I'm about to fuck their head up low key. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to play chess while they sitting here underestimating me.
Exactly.
And by the time they look up, you're gonna have to probably pay me double.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's so real. You got to be strategic about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have the luxury to just go to work and go home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's a luxury.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely went in there with a plan. I done mapped it out from day one. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's mapped out to day 3001. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bigger plan for sure. For sure.
Now I got another question. This is off. You live in the Bay now, right?
Yeah.
So you live in the Bay.
That's a fact.
The Warriors just won a title.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Now, did I see you tweet? Did I see you tweet that Kevin Durant looked like a mile from you?
Under a mile. Okay, KD down the street. He down the street.
Damn.
He down the street. Now, so don't get it twisted though, because his house ain't like my house. We got two different houses. The blueprints of the floor plan is way different.
Yeah.
But he definitely a good three minutes down the street real quick, and you see him out there. You see him out there. But,
I feel like I would just walk past one day with my wolf.
Yeah.
And just leave a note like, I really like those KD 10s, brother.
Brother to brother.
Brother to brother.
I'm down here. I'm
I'm out here helping the community.
I'm telling you, bro. I've been trying to ride past slow. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you see him.
Right.
That's crazy.
We out here.
The first time you just want to chuck on the slow deuce.
Yeah, real
Hell
quick.
nah.
Just make sure
I see you,
make sure
fool.
you know the car when
Right.
I'm
Right.
coming down.
When I pull up, when I'm coming down.
3 minutes from KD.
Yeah.
What's 3 minutes from you, Ant?
A shot.
Hoping to spare.
He said,
79th Street.
79.
hey,
You did the walk off
He
home.
said, what's 3 minutes from you?
What's 3 minutes from you? Planned Parenthood?
No, 3 minutes from me is goddamn it Oak Park.
That's the wrong direction. What about the other direction?
Right. What was the other
What's
direction?
the other
Hope
direction?
and
3
fucking
minutes.
despair.
A dope line,
The
heroin
ice house.
line.
Right.
Ice house on
Ice
Cicero
house.
Lake.
Right.
That's exactly
Toys.
3 minutes from me, goddamn it.
Oh man, listen.
Not too fucking much on the greater west side of Chicago.
Greater West
All
Side.
on
Look.
the west side.
Oh man, Matt. Thank you for coming.
Thanks.
You know, I don't know. Like, you know, I think you dropped some gems. You definitely dropped
This is
hella
a great
gems.
interview. Outside the fact you went to Lane Tech, everything else has been like sparkly.
Man,
And Dion really be on us about the IT world and doing something. I don't know if he just want us to have a part-time job making software apps or something.
I just want y'all to like, cause the only thing is like, once you see random salaries of random people that I know are not even good at technology, I can't even lie to y'all. It be pissing me off, right? Because I be sitting here be like, this motherfucker make what? And like, and I be sitting here like, anybody, I'll be sitting there looking like, you know, it's like I be getting on Ant, right? And not like even hard. I'll just send Ant a link randomly, right? Or I'll tell Ant about something because like I be sitting there looking at people who like hit me up like, I pressed the power button on my computer and it didn't turn off, and I'm like, all right, well, did you hold it? You try holding it, and then all of a sudden they be like, oh, it went off, and I be sitting there like, oh, okay. And then, like, that's it, right? So
He don't say, "Oh, okay." He be like, "Bitch,"
but
he mumbles it.
It be people like that, and they'll just pop up in the IT office, right? And then it be people like that, and you look up behind their name, and they got this random CISA certification. And you find out that they made 130 the past 4 years of their employment, and I be sitting there like, certified information security systems auditor, and then I be like, Ant was an auditor for a while, and then I'd be like, I'm pretty sure that this nigga Ant could do what this motherfucker do. So I just be piecing that shit together, and I'll be at work, and I'll be throwing darts at y'all pictures.
and that's base salary.
Right.
He's 130 base.
Right. I be like,
After that, bonuses, all kind. You know, you can take home a lot of money. And, and when you come
backwards.
when you come to the Bay, it's even more. Right?
You know what?
Same job.
Let me go to Glassdoor and just put in Bay Area and start looking, man. I'm about to get out here.
Man, please come. Please, we need more. We need more Dions of the world.
We don't. That's something we do not need. We don't
I was trying to
need-
be nice, but
I know, man. Let me, you know what? Because I'm sitting on KD porch until security come and get me up out of there.
They out there. His security, warrior security, community security.
You know what? Low key, the Warriors got a few jobs open. They just opened up like 6 of them.
They do.
All right, you know what?
What you doing with that? New stadium opening up. I mean, it's a good time to be.
You know what?
Alive.
No foreplay show. We about to end this episode before we give y'all the real keys.
Right.
No foreplay show. Thank y'all for listening, man. Matt, do you want people to find you anywhere?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I guess.
Get the people your information, man.
Yeah, just Twitter and Instagram. Matt of UM. So just
Matt of
MATTOFUM.
Okay. And is there, what about any information on the nonprofit?
Yeah, springboardinitiative.com. You'll find everything you want to find on there. We definitely trying to branch out. I think we're going to go to a couple different cities. I think LA and Austin is up next. I definitely want to bring it to Chicago. I seen Google just opened up a new headquarters here.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the job training, you know, we place them at different tech companies.
Okay.
So, you know, we partner with these tech companies to take our students on. So, you know, as soon as we get some partners in Chicago,
Okay.
we coming.
I got another question we're gonna end it with. Have you heard about I feel like it's the Blavity or Blavity conference. It's a
Blavity. Yeah. Morgan and them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you going to that conference?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They were supposed to run a piece on Springboard. You just reminded me.
Okay. Yeah. I plan on coming to the Bay Area for that. I think it's in November.
November. Yep.
Yeah. I'm out here.
I'm gonna be there. Look at you. You out here knowing.
I'm out here. I'm out here. So
Stay with him and his wolf.
Matt,
We got room, G.
Matt, thank you again so much for coming, brother. I really appreciate it.
Definitely.
No, any parting words from you fellas?
Oh man, it's just a lot of games to soak up. If you
I
miss
got
it.
I got my echo coming. I'm gonna talk to him off air because you know I got my non-for-profit thing going. You know I'm always want to pick brains when it comes to that.
No foreplay. We out.
No foreplay.